Alright, welcome back everyone. Here is Elastigirl, 3D printed and painted by me. I didn't show the skin tone for some reason. I thought I recorded it, but I didn't. The reason why she's also so shiny is because I put on a gloss clear coat just in case I make a mistake and get some of this black paint on her skin tone. I'm able to wipe it up pretty easy. Speaking of wiping up easy, there is a little bit of black on her eye on accident, but I'll be able to cover that up later. As you can see, the shine is gone now because I went ahead and did a little clear coat of matte, and that is also going to help with the pastels since I'm going to be doing her portrait. And as you can tell here, I'm adding this red around her nose, tip of her nose, her cheeks, and I'm using another brush to kind of blend it and smooth it all out. Now I'm going to be using these two pastels, mixing them up, and just going around the edges, underneath her, neck area right here. Again, using that brush to kind of blend it all, smooth it all out, and it just adds a little more depth into the face. Getting on with her portrait, going to be using this ivory right here, and I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to stay in the lines. But if I do get a little bit of this paint on the black, I can just easily go over it and fix that, clean that up. Same thing if I get black on the eyes, I could just change that up and, put some white over it. It's not a really big deal. Continuing on with the eyes, using this black marker just for reference. Her head is tilted down and she's sort of looking up. I mean, still forward. So typically I would do the eyes and, shape them with the black pen, but decided against it this time. Just wanted to try it with a brown and then going in with this orange brown. And just putting in the pupils like that. And if you're wondering what I'm using here, I'm actually just using a metal toothpick. It'll hold paint just fine. Going to continue working on finishing Elastigirl's head, and going to be using this chocolate brown, just going for full coverage with this really ugly paintbrush. And then I'm using this smaller paintbrush to go closer to her face because I don't want to get any paint on her face. I'm not sure why the footage is missing, but I did use a cyborg brown for her shadowed areas in between her hair strands, and then I'm dry brushing with this light brown, and this is the final product right here, and I'm calling her head done. Working on her arms and legs, not really much here to see, just hit this with a black really. And for her shoes, I actually hit with an AK Interactive black rubber marker. And the only thing I did and I didn't show is for the highlights, I did use a light gray. And now it's time to work on her suit. So as you can see, I'm hitting this with the carmine red, just trying to be even and just trying to get full coverage here. Alright, going to be working on the shadows using this AK Dirty Red, and I see a little bit of my prep work failing underneath her chest area. And guys, I try to do good and sand as much as I can, and I did a lot of sanding too. I guess I must have missed that. I tell you, it's really hard until you put paint down to really see all the imperfections. Time for highlights, using this Pyrally Red from Wicked. I think I said that right. And just going to be hitting all the high areas, all the high spots. Just want to create that highlight on her uniform. Alright, time for painting the logo, and I attempted to do some masking. I hate masking. I hate it so much, but I'm going to be laying down this off-white here. Using Imperial Fists, going to be doing the logo on her chest, and the logo varies. Sometimes it's yellow and orange, or mostly orange. I'm doing a gradient right here, so that's what I'm trying to do. And doing the off-white for the little dot on the eye. I know that the logo could have been done a little better, but that's what I'm working with right now. And transitioning to this black to do the inside, and it'll all come together at the end. Alright, gonna use this deck tan for her sash / belt. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's just some flare, because I doubt this is holding up her spandex suit. I don't know what it is. So continuing on with her sash or whatever, I'm going to call it a sash. I'm going to be mixing these two up. So when I looked at some reference photos, I mean, it wasn't yellow. It was sort of almost like a gold, but with a hint of orange in it. So just trying this out to see how it looks. Finally going to be working on the base. I typically work on the base first, so what I'm going for here is trying to get some white down, and I want to do sort of like a glow effect, maybe coming like from behind it. I don't know if I pulled it off, but this is the first step, is just laying down some white, purposefully doing overspray as well. So I'm going to use this carmine red on the edges, and looking back at it, the red isn't that strong because I should have laid more white down. At first I was only going to go for like, you know, just a yellow glow, but I changed it up at the end. Orange fire, that's supposed to be the transition right here. And again, I should have put more white down. The white is only really prominent just immediately around the logo, which is not technically the correct way to do it because you need that white to actually start showing the transitions and everything like that. And like I said, if I would have put more white down around the edges instead of winging it at the end, probably would have looked more convincing. But here, putting the white on the eye, going to be using this neutral gray right here and starting to work on the rest of the base. Continuing working my way up, using this dark sea gray, still dry brushing, then transitioning to this sky gray and continuing to do more highlights. And for the dark silver, I saw those little, I don't know if they're rods or something, but I wanted them to be a little bit different from the base, so that's what I ended up painting. Continue on with the base, and that's actually it for the video, except for the glamour shots, which are coming up. So thank you for watching and stay tuned.